Yes, Sean, this is what we've been waiting to see. Look at you.
This is it. I found my true self. Thank you very much, Moffat.
So Sean's got the red gilet on, Gillian McKeith's inspired sunglasses. I feel like you're getting into the spirit of the podcast now. I feel like even your house is looking very podcast ready today.
Thank you very much. It is. I got a router behind me, but also I'm wearing pants that I haven't washed for 4 days.
No, you don't.
Of course I don't. I'm not a Neanderthal. What's wrong with you? They're fresh. They're fresh as the daisies on my sunglasses. Hey? What a link that is. Come on, people. It's almost like I bought the glasses for that link.
Now we've started.
Yeah.
Now, you'll be giving all of our lovely YouTube fans a treat. So thank you if you're watching on YouTube. Remember, if you want to see Sean in the full get-up, you can watch us on YouTube. Simply search I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here to find our official channel. So let's get straight into the South African action.
Yes, but just quickly before you do, Scarlett, for all the people that are watching on YouTube, if you could go on Twitter or leave comments to just let people know that are only listening how much this has been worth it. Look at this. Oh, my God. I can't believe it's free. Free. No money for this. We've gone mad. We've gone mad here at South Africa HQ. What were you saying, Scarlett? You wanted to talk about the programme that is I'm a Celebrity South Africa.
Yes.
That we've been watching.
We've been watching. I mean, the top one, Amir, has gone home.
I'm very sad about that. I'm genuinely sad. I can't believe that someone whose job it is to knock people out cold as a fridge, that they can be that nice. What a lovely, cuddly man.
Yeah, he's just a gentleman. Like, he proper took one for the team. He basically said to everyone, vote for me. Even though I don't want to go, you can let me go because I know what it means to everybody else.
I know. It's very nice of him to get out of there. Do you think it... I've got a question for you. Do you think it... No, but do you think it hurt?
That sounded so sarcastic. That was like, oh yeah, it was really good of him to like leave and get a hot shower and food and FaceTime his kids.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I sound sarcastic sometimes. I'm not. Do you think it's harder to take getting voted out by your campmates than the public? I mean, you wouldn't know because you're the queen.
No, but 100%, I think it would be worse getting voted out by the people that you're living with, because at least if it's the public, you've always got in the back of your mind, you know, you can't be everyone's cup of tea. They only see a short little snippet of what your life in the bush is like, whereas those people are living with you 24/7. So if you get voted out, you're like, oh, well, so then people think that it would be better in camp if I wasn't there.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, there's no other way to see it, is there, when you're in there?
Well, no, because that's absolutely right. We're, of course, sad to see him go. I think we've been sad to see everyone go that's gone thus far, and we will be sad every time someone leaves. But I have to admit, I don't know, full disclosure, if we'll be as sad as Paul Burrell was.
Yeah, maybe we just haven't quite grasped their friendship and how friendly they are, because they do have to fit a lot into the show. But I didn't even know they were that close. And the way that he spoke about him was as if he had physically died. It was as if he was doing a little speech at his funeral.
I know.
And I was like, wow, like, this is emotional.
Softy.
You are. You really are, aren't you?
Amir is a king in his own domain. He brought strength, and he was a real life force in this camp. He was God, what a trooper.
It was beautiful, but I think maybe Paul Burrell's misunderstood I'm a Celebrity South Africa, and I think that he thinks that Amir Khan has left the camp and then got him been burned to death. He thinks that that's why he really doesn't want to leave, because he thinks that if you go, that's the end of your life. Don't worry, Paul. Amir is well. He is well, and he's happy to be out and FaceTiming his family. Did you find that?
Yeah, like, I genuinely cared more about Carol Vorderman than some of my own family members. Like, genuinely, like, no, I did, like, because the way that I explained to my friends,
I do.
The way that I explain to my friends and family is, you know, like when you're a kid and you go to the caravan park or you go on holiday and you make friends, like you make childhood friends, and you know that at the end of that weekend or week, you're probably never going to see those people again, and it's heartbreaking because you build such a nice bond, and it's like saying goodbye to someone that you know really you're never probably going to see again, and like it's that weird. And also, like, without sounding dramatic, some of the things that you do in there are a bit traumatic. And, like, trauma bonds people. Do you know what I mean? So you're, like, all in it together.
That's why me and you are so close doing this.
Yeah, it is. Trauma bonding. It really is. Like, I just feel like I can understand why Paul was crying. Do you know what I mean? I could...
Yes.
To the outside world, people... I can imagine people have watched that episode going, he needs to calm himself down. But as someone who's been in there, I can reassure you, Paul is okay. He's just feeling his feels. That's all.
Yes. Now, one out, two in.
Sorry. Because I thought after you were going to say one out of the bush, two in the bush. And I'm so sorry, Sean. That is my mind that was making that a thing.
Filthy Moffat.
Oh, okay.
Filthy. Always thinking in perverse innuendo. What is wrong with you?
So,
Clean your mind.
One out of the bush, two into the bush. And I couldn't be happier, Sean.
Well, you got it right. You guessed Joe Swash, didn't you?
I know the back of that man's head anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
You do.
I know he's ginger red from miles away.
You know when you've seen a red in a bush.
But I didn't get Stacey Solomon right because it was, in fact, the one and only Dean Gaffney.
I know, that was a big mishap, wasn't it? You've got those very confused.
Yeah, and I actually know Dean, so he always goes to Ocean Beach Club in Ibiza. So I know him there, and it was strange seeing him in that situation because in Ocean Beach Club, he's like very suave and cool, and he's got this husky voice, and he's always got a little orange cup of vodka in his hand, and like, you know, he's really...
An orange cup of vodka?
And so he's like really cool, and then all of a sudden, like, I just was transported back to his Wellard days and him just like basically vomiting cow's vagina out of his nostrils. And, like, it was comedy gold, this episode.
It's vegan.
Oh, careful!
It's leaking.
It's fine. What does it taste like, Dean?
I'll be totally honest, this is the first time ever I've watched I'm a Celebrity with my eyes closed. Because the noises they were making, I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant or what, I actually was gagging as well, and I thought I can't watch Joe Swash with that much vag coming out of his mouth. Like, I don't know how else to say.
You can't.
I don't know how can I say it in a nice way that we can actually use. He had too much stuff coming out of his mouth. You know?
Oh my God! Are you sure you were watching I'm a Celebrity and not something else?
Honestly,
oh my dear Lord!
It was.
Oh my God!
It was too much. I'm excited. I think they'll bring a lot of. Everyone's a bit down off like Amir going, and I feel like as soon as they walk into camp, they're going to bring the energy right up again.
It's been a long time since these people have been in I'm a Celebrity. They're coming back. Joe Swash said that he's heavier and maybe a bit more cynical.
Yeah, aren't we
than
all?
he used to be. I've also noticed that he's yes, we are, but he's also he's got more hair than he did.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's got more. Like
everyone's got whiter teeth and more hair.
Yeah, it's lovely to see.
They look fantastic.
Everyone looks younger. I feel like, you know, when you see the throwbacks, like Dean Gaffney in 2006, and I'm like, hon, you look younger now. It's amazing.
I know. We're talking about favourite treats. What do you think about the treats that you get if you win the challenges?
Again, I'm going to sound controversial here. It got to the point where I actually felt a little bit sad when we got treats because it was almost like teasing us because, like, Phil got wine gums, right? I can guarantee he'll get 3 wine gums. And it's like a tease.
If
it's
he's
like,
lucky.
Yeah. If he's lucky, or it'll be one that you've got to suck on and you've got to make a wine gum last for the entire evening. I remember in mine, we all got to choose before we went in there, like you fill like a form thing out. And my treat was Parma violets, and I was very strategic about this.
What are they? Which ones? What are they?
Like the Parma violets, they like purple sweets that taste like perfume, right? And they're a very, but that's why I chose them, because without sounding selfish, I like them, and I thought, no one else is going to like these, so I don't have to share. And I was right, because Larry Lamb had chocolate, and I'm not kidding. Obviously, you have to offer people, you have to go, do you want some? You don't really want to give any away. And Larry Lamb had chocolate, and every single person got a square off him. Did anyone ask for a Parma violet off me? No, I got to eat all of them myself.
I'm beginning to see how you became queen. Sly Moffatt. Sly. Would you rather eat a cow's vagina or drink a blended one?
I think I did have to eat a vagina when I was in the jungle. Or it might have been a penis, I can't remember, but no, it was an anus, but a hole's a hole, isn't it? So, yeah, I'd rather eat it, to be honest.
Every hole's a goal.
Yeah, I'd rather eat it.
Fair enough. There we go. Moffat would rather eat a cow's vagina than drink it. That is why you're here.
100% I would.
One of the moments that I really won't forget from the time I was in there is we were in the pool bit, where you also kind of bathe.
Look how fancy you are with your pool.
Did you not have one?
Well, not really. It was more like a puddle with like cold water and bugs in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, ours was amazing.
You had a bath
Did
as
you
well.
not have a jacuzzi? We had a jacuzzi.
Shut up. No,
It bubbled up.
No, it didn't.
Sorry, no, we didn't. No, we had Deliveroo. We got food delivered to us when we were peckish, But I remember Owen was like drying his clothes or something, and it must have been towards the end. And I just was having a bit of a freak out in there, getting quite anxious. And I said to Owen, I'll never forget this. You'll probably remember this. I said to Owen, Are you finding this difficult? But he wasn't looking at me, so he could only hear me. And so he didn't really pick up the kind of tone that I was saying that with. And he went, what, washing?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, things can get lost in translation when you're hungry. You were like ready for this really deep conversation.
I know.
What, washing? Like, no, it's going to be fine.
No, I can wash. No, I've got washing down. I mean, like how overwhelming this all is.
Oh, can I ask you a question, Sean, actually? Is there anyone that is there anyone that you would like to see go in there?
I mean...
You're going to say Matt Hancock, aren't you?
Of course you've always got to say Matt Hancock.
You were going to,
because it was just... Of course, it was the most crazy. That has got to be in one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. And I think that, it was like an earthquake when he came in. Because remember, I'm in there, so I didn't know. None of us knew what was going on the outside. So when we came out, I mean, that was huge. That was humongous. So Matt Hancock coming back in, can you imagine their reaction? Like, oh my God, again? Do you ever say no?
The thing is, right, we don't know. He actually could end up in there. That's the funny thing.
I know, I imagine.
We're saying this and I don't know, by F11 or something, it could just be Matt Hancock walking in. Hello and welcome, Emir Khan. How are you?
I'm doing well, Scarlett. Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you. Last time I spoke to you was back in 2017 on Extra Camp. You just came out of the jungle over that bridge. You looked a bit shell-shocked then, but I feel like you don't look phased now. I feel like you look strong.
No, this time I was a lot stronger. And I mean, the last time I knew nothing about the show. I literally walked in there blind.
Because last time, obviously, you were a dad, but your kids are a lot older now and can watch the show. Do you feel like that was added pressure?
You know what? No, well, yeah, I think it was a little bit, because if you think about it, they want to see their dad do really well, and they want to see the dad win as well. So obviously I had that pressure on me that I have to make sure I win the stars, because they're going to go to school and talk to their friends about it and everything. So I had to make sure I am I am gonna be giving it my all. And obviously I went in there and did. I think I did all right.
Oh, you did amazing. Do you know what I thought was nice? I feel like you sort of sacrificed yourself going. I felt like you were like, well, look, I've done my time. I feel like if you want to vote for us, wink, wink, you can let us go.
Yeah, so basically, when I looked at everyone and I saw that when Anthony Dick first came in and said, listen, guys, you have to vote someone out between you all. I mean, it puts everyone under such pressure. So I thought, look, I've done 2 trials, I've done a couple of challenges as well, like 3 challenges, and I've had my jungle experience, and there was like, I've done a full week in camp. I thought, why not just, take it for the team?
You're such a gentleman. Can I ask a question though? Who did you vote for?
Well, obviously, I had to vote for someone, so I voted for Janice.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Janice Dickinson, she's a friend, but it was nothing personal. It was just like I had to vote for someone, and I thought Janice spends most of the time in bed instead of not doing the chores or anything like that. So I thought, why not just vote for her? But like when I asked everyone, I said, look, who wants to really leave? I mean, no one really wanted to leave.
Yeah.
And
that's
because
nice.
everyone was having such a good time. Yes, it is nice, 100%, Scarlett. Like, everyone was enjoying each other's company. We could have been there for a month.
Oh, do you feel like this time was a lot different to 2017? Because if I remember, you hadn't really watched the show. And I remember watching you thinking, oh, I don't really think he knows what's going on. But I felt like you were in the zone this time.
Correct, yeah. So, obviously in 2017, when I went to Australia, the camp was a shock to me. I walked in, I thought, what the hell? Like, do we really sleep here? Like, what if a snake bites me? What if, like, animals get into my sleeping bag? I was so scared. And obviously, this time when I went in, I was prepared for the worst. I mean, I knew that, look, at the end of the day, you've got a good team around you to make sure you're going to be okay. You're not going to die in camp, but you might get you might be scared and stuff like that. But I just thought, look, I'm going to give my all this time, because I remember last time, all my friends was like having to go at me saying, why didn't you do the challenges? Why did you say I'm a celebrity, get me out of here on the first trial? And I was like, you know what, you're right. I should have given it a go. And this time I went in there and I gave it a go. Like, look, I was put in front of crocodiles and snakes and you name it. And I said, look, I'm going to go for the kill.
It's so crazy, because I think what you've done for a lot of people is, like, you've made fears, like, feel like they're not irrational, because everyone's seen you in the ring, like, you're a boxer, you're Amir Khan. But it shows that actually you can still have a side where you're scared of, like, creepy crawlies and snakes. Like, that's, like...
100%. I mean, I'd rather get punched in the face then grab a snake or have a spider crawling on my back. Honestly, like, it's crazy. It's a different type of fear. Something like getting punched is what I've been doing all my life. And, that would have been get me scared one bit. But, I mean, being in a room with some snakes...
I'm just so proud of it. I also never thought I'd hear the sentence, I'd rather be punched in the face than grab a snake. I think this time around, honestly, you've proved that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And I like that you're saying, like, you've become like a little family in camp and stuff. Is there anybody in particular that you're going to stay in touch with after the experience?
So, I've been in touch with a lot of them. I mean, we have a group that we made and we're still in touch with each other.
Oh, nice.
But my main close friends were like Phil... Paul was brilliant. I like Paul, the stories he had about the royal family and everything. And obviously I know Tough from the first 2017 I'm a Celebrity. So I mean, everyone, Mylene was beautiful, amazing. We follow each other on Instagram. They like the picture, we repost, we message each other. I mean, everyone in that camp was amazing. Honestly, I can't say a bad word about anyone, because we got on so well. Even Gillian, what was the word that they used for her, for bringing in the contraband? You would never expect anything like that from a woman like her, you know what I mean? Because you think she's like a motherly lady, and she's like probably same age as my mum, but she's wild, man. She's crazy. The things are, listen, I'm glad I didn't have a tea bag from her. I mean, imagine a tea bag on it's stuck to a boob and then it's in your cup. Imagine that, you know what I mean? So,
when she started pulling everything out of her knickers, I was thinking, it was, I think, did she... Oh.
Like a tuck shop. She had a tuck shop in her bra and knickers. I'm telling you, I don't know how on earth the security, because I remember going into camp, the security guy came in, checked us thoroughly and made sure we all right. How on earth did she get away? Where did she put it all? Like, I'm not even going to say. I'm not going to think.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But, oh my days. Like, but you know, the funny thing was, Scarlett, is when she was in camp for like a week. She had what she had. She'd take it every day. I'm sure she was on a slap-up meal. Salt, sugars, pepper. I mean, you name
Almonds. You said about Paul there as well. I thought it was really beautiful. Like, technically, he had only been in there like about a week. And Paul was crying his eyes out. The way that he spoke about you, like, it was like...
Really?
Yeah, he just cried and cried.
You know, sometimes, you know, when literally we were living with each other, weren't we? And we were in camp and, you know, we got talking and me and him quite gelled. We gelled quite well and we were very open about things and he was telling me about the royal family and I really appreciated the things he was telling me and I really respected him for having the job he had. And you can see we built that good bond up and a good friendship up that we could talk to each other and, you know, we wouldn't mind, you know, doing things and stuff like that. But, you know, he was just a good character. He's a good man. I could see that in him. You know, he's such a respectful man, and I also respected him as much as that.
Oh, I mean, you should be so proud of yourself. I've only got one more thing to say to you. And you're a celebrity. You can get yourself out of it, yeah?